I know we all have the instinct to doom scroll whenever the next media headline hits. It's just so tempting to drown in the social media and the news. In fact, the average millennial checks their phone almost 150 times today, which equates to hours of time spent on phone and social media every single day. But if you're beginning to feel like social media and the news is just too big a part of your life, then this video is for you. Today, I'm going to share 7 hacks for breaking yourself of social media addiction so you can enjoy yourself even when you're not checking your phone. These are hacks I personally use because I've fallen deep into the social media addiction cycle in the past. And I find that these hacks produce an immediate result and they're really easy to implement. The first hack is to turn off notifications. Notifications have become such an easy way to stop doing important work to check your phone. Carrie interviewed Dan Martell, founder of several multi-million-dollar companies, in our Lifehack Summit. He said something so revealing about notifications. He told us the top minds in the world are conspiring together to get us to check our phones. And he's right. The primary goal of any app, and especially social media apps, is to get us to spend more time on them. So notifications are like little fishing hooks that they send us, trying to get us hooked into opening the app. So turning your notifications off in your phone settings and your email settings is going to give you tremendous relief. You can even turn off notifications at the app level so that whenever you get a notification from an app you're not interested in, you can turn off all notifications just for that app. Now, you'll feel a little lonely the first few days as you stop checking your phone, but then you'll look up and realize there's a whole new world out there. The second hack, and this is so easy, is to use your Do Not Disturb. Do Not Disturb is a function on your phone that puts your phone into a mode where you can't be disturbed. It might stop incoming calls from ringing. It might stop notifications from dinging. I suggest that instead of using Do Not Disturb on rare occasions, make it the default setting for your phone. Because when we interrupt our work to take a phone call, we're virtually guaranteed to also then check social media or get pulled off into another distraction. The more distance that you can put between yourself and those incoming distractions, the more freedom that you have from social media. You're building your tolerance, your resistance. Plus, when you block your phone calls, you're able to stay in a focused place on a task for longer. I check my phone every few hours just to make sure I didn't get any emergency messages, but what you're gonna find is that rarely in life is there really an emergency you need to know about sooner than an hour from now. And P.S., for those parents out there, anyone on your favorites list can still break through your Do Not Disturb. And anyone who calls more than 3 times is going to be allowed through. That's a really nice feature. So learn about your Do Not Disturb function. Apple in particular has really beefed theirs up, and there's not just one, but now you can set multiple layers of Do Not Disturb. The third hack is to keep your phone in another room. Checking our phone at night before bed and first thing in the morning is just such a hard habit to break. But it's incredibly simple if your phone is stored in a different room. I find that charging and storing my phone in the bathroom keeps it out of sight, but still accessible. And it actually encourages me to wake up in the morning when my alarm rings because part of me sort of wants to go grab my phone. I have to physically get up, walk into the bathroom to turn off the alarm and check my notifications. And then guess what? I'm up. I'm right there, ready to brush my teeth and get ready for the day. And in the evening, you'll save a ton of time and start spending your evenings reading books and conversing with your significant other instead of surfing social media. If you've got teenagers or young children, try to enforce this with them as well. It's really effective in reducing cell phone addiction in younger people. So try this out. Set up a little power charging station in the bathroom tonight. See how it works. All right, these first few hacks were about your phone, which is where we spend most of our time on social media. But what about your computer? Social media addiction strikes there too. The fourth hack is to use a focus app for desktop that is designed to block social media sites. Our favorites are Freedom.to, the Self-Control app, and Win the Day, which are all great tools for blocking social media and developing great new habits. I also personally love the Facebook Newsfeed Eradicator, which hides your Facebook newsfeed so you don't find yourself mindlessly scrolling through Facebook every 10 minutes. I'm going to include the links to those in the description below. The fifth hack is to implement rules for your social media use. Having your own set of principles or guidelines for social media is an empowering way to make social media work for you instead of the other way around. Set boundaries like no social media before 10 a.m. or after 5 p.m., or even daily checking limits like 5 times per day or 20 minutes per day. Apps like Moment and Checky will let you know how many times per day you're checking your phone to help you stay on track. I have a personal batching schedule for checking my social media accounts, which is from 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. and again from 4:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. so I can answer any student or client questions. Okay, hack number 6. Have you ever found yourself comparing yourself to other people on social media? We see a friend looking fabulous with 4 kids in tow while we can't even manage to get a shower and we feel that pang of jealousy. This tendency of ours to compare ourselves makes us feel inadequate. If you're not jealous, then you're a little bit outraged. The media has learned that the best way to get us to click on their headlines is to make them charged, make them controversial as possible. And as a result, the media we consume just naturally raises our blood pressure, makes us indignant, makes us enraged. So the 6th hack is to unfollow all day, every day. This one helps solve the root of our social media addiction. The hack here is do what you can for causes that you can support. Donate money, donate time, volunteer, call your representatives, and then unfollow any and every channel that's detrimental to your mindset and causes undue angst. It's not personal to unfollow somebody or a news organization. In fact, unfollowing and following is so pervasive that only the people who aren't doing it are losing out. So whenever you see a post or a person in your feed that you just don't need in your life, go ahead and unfollow. Hack number 7 is to quit social media cold turkey, or at least quit for a while. One of my favorite authors, Cal Newport, has a whole TED Talk on why he doesn't even have a Facebook account. That's right, he's a best-selling author, he's a professor of computer science at Georgetown, but he has never had any sort of social media account. I mean, sure, he's not in the loop as much as his friends are, but you can be sure that instead of wasting 5 years of his life on social media, he's using that time to write a few more best-selling books. Deleting your social media accounts and deleting the apps from your life is a bit of a dramatic step, but it's effective. It really can break you of that social media addiction. Now, if you're not sure about it, start by deleting the social media apps just from your phone, maybe not from your computer. And that way, it's just gonna be a lot harder to access those accounts. All right, gang, thank you so much for watching. Comment below with your hacks for breaking your social media addiction if you found ones that we didn't mention. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're obsessed with human potential and living your best life like we are, consider subscribing to the channel. I'll see you in the next video.